Hi everyone, it's Killshot99 Gaming. It's The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 9 recap. Morgan has guts. So brand new stream tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the events. I know we did the spoiler video, we did the countdown, we did the junkies, a little bit of everything. So tonight we're going to get to a little bit of our recap. Got a lot of things going on, so I'll explain that a little bit later on. Going to mix things up just a little bit. I know it's a little bit different. You can see our moderators on duty, and I just want to give a special shout out. I know I miss a lot of shout outs, so we're going to do some things with this, with super chats, with our Patreons, and a whole lot of other things a little bit later on. So we should have a full house here tonight. I'm hoping that everybody that didn't make it last night will be included in this. Couple announcements here. If you're new, let me know. I want to give you a shout out. Got so many things that are that I just want to catch up on. We've done some video game play, some comic book play. And if you're brand new to the stream, here's kind of the ground rules. All you're streaming along the side. People won't see that, so whatever you say, I'm liable to call on you, get you involved. Of course, if you do super chat, we're going to zoom in on your question. I saw Scott a little bit early with a super chat. Scott is my pre-game super chatter. So Scott says, Kills, what episode do you think Rick will not appear? Because he's not going to appear in one. Scott, it'd be too early to tell at this point. I'm going to... think it's going to be something that's probably going to have a lot to do with the Oceanside. There'll probably be like a whole Oceanside type of episode. So let's go in and say maybe 12. Maybe they gave him a break right in the middle. I'll just gamble, but I'll let you know in a couple of weeks. Pete D in the house too. So thank you so much, Pete D. Glad that you're here. Appreciate your love and your support as well. So Pete owes me about 50 questions, so we'll get caught up eventually. So here we go. Let's talk a little bit about what we didn't get a chance to talk about the other night. Once again, sorry about last night's stream. Just had a lot of things that we're trying to get in and get corrected. I'm super excited about the season, especially this coming up week. We're going to talk about Morgan tonight, but if you guys saw the video I did a couple hours ago, it's got a little bit of prediction, a little bit of spoilery, and a little bit of speculation. So it's kind of like the big three, right? But watch out for that rift between Negan and Simon. It is real. There's too many clues that are out there about who Simon was, how he's going to backslide, all of those things. So watch that video, and then either tomorrow night or Thursday, I'm going to quiz you guys on some of the video, and we'll talk about really the Simon and Negan relationship. But other than the Carl issue and Henry kind of stepping up to the plate, was there anything more cool than Morgan going beast mode? I got to ask you guys that question. How many people were just super impressed, were like, go Morgan, that's what we needed. We needed somebody to really get in there and do it. Hippo, you're absolutely right. I do like to edit some of the comic book reads. Like, keep it clean, man. Keep it clean. I mean, I loved it. And that's what I'm looking. Nicholas Hodges loved Morgan. Casey F. loved Morgan. Wayne saying it's awesome. Morgan stole the show to a certain degree. I mean, it was between... Morgan and the commercials were keeping me from getting too emotional over Carl. No more Zen Morgan. Morgan, it was a beast. He knew exactly what he was doing. Very good stuff. I know there's some Gavin fans out there, but I do want to say this. Gavin did three things that really annoyed the hell out of me. And I know some people are like, Gavin's okay, he's a good soul, let him live. He kicked the bucket Ezekiel's sitting on, and he's like, hey, it does matter, idiot. So he called him an idiot, number one. Number two, he, well, probably more than a couple things. Number two, he insulted his intelligence when he said, I liked you, Ezekiel. You didn't go getting any big ideas in your head. And Rick had to go plant one right in it. So he was insulting his intelligence. He slapped him in the face. So come on, people. That guy doesn't get another chance. I'm glad he got a stick through the throat. So let's get a PD bomb in here real quick. So I know leading up to that, everybody was like, I'm glad, I wish Gavin would have lived. And no, let that sucker get off the show. Go on. He should not have kicked the bucket. Ezekiel, he kicked the bucket literally. He kicked the thing he was sitting on, and then he just insulted him. He deserved it. He got exactly what he deserved, especially slapping him in the face like that. PD bomb in the house. So PD Wheatstraw, thank you so much. PD says, when Negan kills Simon, I'm taking full credit for that PD bomb I dropped way back. You did say that way back, and now the pieces are starting to come together. So I will say this, PD. I think it would be a waste of a good villain if they kill Simon. I don't think he's going to kill Simon. I left that as two options in the video I did today. I said he could either kill him because he crosses Negan, or Simon's going to have some followers. And we're going to talk about this more at length a little bit later on, the Simon versus Negan thing. But when Simon goes in and executes all of Jadis's, Jadis is kind of like the name Jadis, Jadis, I don't know. It's got an S on the end, so S apostrophe whatever. All of Jadis's still doesn't sound right. Men, the men that are with Simon are going to have to pledge their loyalty to him. So that's going to be a tricky situation. What do you do? Simon's going to have to play it off. He's going to have to make up something. More than likely, he's going to have to lie to Negan and say he was provoked. So very interesting subplot that's going to go on when Simon visits and kills more than the one person that Negan says to kill. All right, I'm going to get to a couple of your comments while we move on to the next couple of highlights that I want to go through. Bradley Thompson, I want to see Simon get Lucille. I don't think it's going to happen. I really think that Simon's just he's going to be out there. He's going to, Simon might be out there looking for people and maybe being a part of the Commonwealth. Is it possible that Simon leads the Commonwealth? I'm not that far in. So those of you hardcore comic fans that are much further along than I am, could that be a potential storyline? That Simon leaves, Negan gets jailed, and Simon comes back with a whole bunch of commandos. Nope. Yes. I'm getting like nope and yes. Gregory ain't killing Simon. That is not going to happen. Gregory ain't killing nobody. I think Gregory's going to attempt to kill Margaret, Madeline, Maggie. Yeah, Maggie. That's who he's going to. Yeah, I mean, I think Simon would be a big threat, and just he's getting tired of Negan's way. I can see it. Shannon says that Simon will die. It would be epic if he died, but I think that the way they're building it up, I don't think Negan needs to kill him. I think the writers would do themselves justice by just having another evil guy floating around out there. But exiled, yes. Okay. No to Simon leading Commonwealth. That's fine. You know what? There will be people watch the playback that'll give me like a whole long list of kills. This is why he can't do this and he can't. I mean, there's some experts out there, and they don't mind telling me. Simon could die in the finale. I will tell you that his filming has been hush-hush. He has not been seen filming in 16. It doesn't mean that they didn't sneak him in some studio and kill him off, but he doesn't have a big role from what we're hearing so far. Dwight could kill Simon to lead the Saviors. You know, that I could see, right? You know, the Saviors. Dwight is somebody that I think could lead them in a positive direction. But I got hopes for Dwight and Daryl going on renegade missions. All right, let me go back through. I did say this the other night, though. I did like the Gavin quote to Ezekiel, like, shit's just getting shittier. That was so Abraham-like. They made Gavin, they tried to make him a little likable. He did have some decent lines. So from early on in the show, we knew. I did like how the tower scene played out, showing what happened to Morgan, and then Morgan kind of crossing the road, seeing the group going to Kingdom. Because when I saw a little bit of the sneak peek, I was like, how the heck did Morgan get there to... Morgan was all over the place. Morgan was on the road. He was at the outpost. Then he was at Hilltop. No, he didn't make it quite to Hilltop. Sorry. He left before they got to Hilltop. But then he went to the Sanctuary, left the Sanctuary, went to the Kingdom. Morgan is getting some frequent flyer miles. He is definitely all over the place. You know what? That would be, you know what, a Petey, instead of a Petey bomb, I think we got a Shannon bomb. That would have been so cool, Shannon, if Morgan was not going to Fear the Walking Dead. I can't see both of them doing it, but this is what I would have rather seen happen, is instead of Morgan going to Fear the Walking Dead, Simon leaving and Simon becoming more of a villain than Negan on Fear the Walking Dead. That would have been cool. And you know what? I think that would have had a bigger following. But I don't see them taking both. That would be too coincidental. It's like, hey, Morgan. Hey, Simon. We're both on the same show. I remember hunting you and Rick down in Alexandria. Yep, well, hey, now we're in Texas. No, it's not going to happen like that. It sounds good, but I just don't see both of them doing it. It's not going to happen. It's not that coincidental. Well, you know what? Hang on. It is Fear the Walking Dead. And Fear the Walking Dead is very coincidental. Let me backtrack a little bit, Shannon. You might be onto something. I mean, they find people in the... Look, they're in Mexico, and Nick gets lost, and then he's doing drugs in some supermarket, and then he's in Arizona. I mean, they just find each other. So, yeah, maybe Fear the Walking Dead. Who knows? But I would have rather seen Simon go over as a villain. I think that would have been cooler. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and he just could have brought his own group and made it like more evil. See if he could be more evil than Negan. 1189 Paris. What's up, Paris, with a super chat. So, could they set up Morgan as a bad guy on Fear? That would be cool. Yeah, I would like that. I agree. I agree with Tobin. I don't think so. I would like to see it, and I think it would be neat to see, like, the dark side. Well, you know what? If Morgan goes over the edge, possibly. Hey, why not? I mean, you know what? His career's limited going on that show anyway. He might as well be hated. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop. I'm not bashing Fear. I'm going to do the same thing I do every year. Season premiere comes out. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to be open-minded. But I swear to you, if they get to one episode where it's nothing about nothing except a dam and water, and for an hour I'm like, okay, we went around this whole water deal at the dam over and over again, then I'm done. That's where we stopped doing the commentary last year. I was doing commentary for every episode. We got up to that dam episode, and it was just, I couldn't take it. I said, just forget it. I did watch it, but I just didn't, I didn't do the streams afterwards. But I'm going to go back out this year. I'm going to do the same thing all over again. We're going to get back to Morgan and his badness in a minute. As we are at the middle of the stream, that sounds like we're waiting out in the middle of water. We're at the midway point in this live stream. Are there other, obviously Game of Thrones, when it ramps back up, I will be there front and center doing that. Are there other shows that you guys think that you'll be watching, even AMC, like Terror, or certain things that you would like to see live streams on or commentary? And I know we're going to be all over the place, but if I get a lot of people saying the same thing, then we may add another topic of conversation. Gotham. I'd have to go binge watch Gotham, but I'm just kind of curious. Terror looked like something that was pretty cool. McMafia, Westworld. I want it to be something. Game of Thrones is a no-brainer. I will definitely be doing Game of Thrones, but I just want to see some of the other stuff that you guys watch. I'm getting some Fargo. Stephen Miller, two of my favorite shows, Arrow and Blacklist. We did Fear last year, Chris. A good portion of it we did for Fear. So a lot of Gotham fans. All right. You know what I'm going to do? Stranger Things, I did binge watch that and I liked it, but since it's kind of, I've watched both seasons of it. Kel, if you could do me a favor and set up a poll on the Facebook page, and it'll just be a little bit of food for thought. And I got another super chat that we were going to address with Petey himself. So we will set up a poll on the Facebook page and just give you guys some options of some other shows that we could stream and talk about. If we're too kind of densely scattered, I don't want to do a stream and we have like 15 people. All right. So Petey's comment. I didn't like Gavin's death at first, but it makes sense and further illustrates Carl's point. Gavin had potential to be good, but was killed too soon. He did. What do you guys think about Petey's comment? I've given you my perspective. You don't have to take my perspective over Carl's perspective. And thank you, Petey, for bringing that up. I was done with him. If you were in that moment, all the people here, would you have killed Gavin or would you have let Gavin survive? And if you were going to leave him alive, what would you have done with him? Maggie said had no potential. Drama King says he would have changed. Hippo's like, bye. Chevy V, I would have killed him in a heartbeat. Survive. Stephen Miller would have killed him. Take him to Hilltop. Put him in a box. People are a resource. Let him survive. So there's a lot of compassionate people out there. I get it. But didn't Ezekiel say, and here's Petey, super chatting me once again, put him in the de facto prison at Hilltop. So, Petey, you would have taken him up, put him in Hilltop, which, hey, I mean, that is definitely your prerogative. But one of the things to keep note of is Ezekiel was prophesizing. Ezekiel told Gavin, I made a choice my people could live with. I don't have the Shakespearean voice like Ezekiel. Sorry, I can't do that. Anyway, you get the idea. But he said, I ferried my people to freedom. I made a choice I could live with. And then he said, you will have to do the same. He gave him the opportunity. What was so cool about Ezekiel is Gavin thought he had the upper hand because he had a weapon. Oh, this is going to be deep. But Ezekiel had the upper hand because he had psychology. Think about that for a second. He had the power of saying to him, your guilt, your conscience, all the things that you're doing, even though you got the gun pointed at me, I'm going to let you put the gun down and surrender to me, and now you can live. And he didn't. And even at that moment, I don't think Ezekiel knew 100% that he was going to be safe. He didn't know 100% that he was going to be rescued. But he was so comfortable that he gave him an option and said, it was almost like, I'll forgive you, I'll give you a chance, but you got to make a choice. And he didn't. He slapped him. And then he put a gun to his head when the door blew up and he said, I'm going to kill him. It was all about self-preservation at that point. You know, it's true, and I'm going to kind of go back to Petey's comment up there too, because he had sort of a follow-up. And excellent point, because he says you still have options at that point to convince him. The rest sides can change. Kill them if they refuse. So you don't have to kill him right away. And I get that. I understand that. So yeah, you know, I might have been a little premature in killing him. So how many people were okay with Henry being the one to kill Gavin? Henry planted a seed for the future. I'm going to tell you. Absolutely. Henry was all about revenge. His whole point, I'm going to kill one of these people. Okay, so let me ask you the question to go back to really get to the point of Henry. Why did Benjamin die? This is going to be one of those where I'm going to ask a question and give you a follow-up. I'm leading you. This is what lawyers do all the time. Not that I've ever been convicted of anything and needed a lawyer. I'm just saying I've watched TV shows with lawyers. Okay, we're all over the place. You know, Maggie says because of Richard. It was because of what Richard did. Gavin. Jared was not properly controlled by Gavin. Short and Mellon. So anyway, you guys are getting the point. You know where I was going to lead this. I'm going to go back and watch the episode because, look, a lot of people are saying it's Richard, it's Richard. But couldn't have Gavin, as a leader, handled it a little bit differently? I mean, you're getting these runs from Ezekiel. Here's kind of the point, okay? You're getting these weekly deliveries from Ezekiel, and Ezekiel says, I counted them myself. So he kind of gives you his word. He did. He made Jared walk home. I understand he punished him. Benjamin is bleeding out. And we're talking about one freaking melon short. So they were short one. Ezekiel goes over. You kind of got to take it at his word. Will says it was kind of Ezekiel's fault for bringing Benjamin along. That's a good perspective, Will. So the point of Henry killing Gavin was whether Gavin was responsible for his brother's death or indirectly responsible. Henry needed some closure. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Taking out the leader. Yep, all good points. All very good points. Someone had left a comment, and this is really, you know, as we talked about the video, Morgan does have guts. So what did you guys think as a group about Morgan's scene? Just, oh, I thought it was epic. I'm not really big into gore, but we'll get to that in 1 second. Ultra Groove. You know what, Ultra Groove? I have never seen a super chat for 4.95, 4.99. I didn't know you could do odd numbers like that. That's really cool. So thank you. Thank you for two things. Thanks for the question. Three things. Thanks for the super chat, and thanks for that's cool that you can do increments like that. So Ultra Groove says yes, Gavin was responsible for the call to shoot over one lousy melon. And he had multiple chances to be sorry about it. Even when they went back and Benjamin was dead, he was like, how's the kid? Oh, he's dead. It wasn't like, oh man, I am really sorry. This should have never happened over one melon. You know, boy lost his life. It was just whatever. Come on, guys. You can't save that. You can't keep that around. You can't. You can't fix that. I appreciate people wanting to try, but I just don't think you can fix that. There were so many times that Gavin just didn't carry it. He was just the least violent of the lieutenants. Northside Queen says, I wish Morgan would have left the gut pull for Jared. That is a good point. That death was so epic. But here's the thing, Northside Queen. And Casey's got my point there. So we're going to focus in on Northside's question. All of you guys can help me out with that with the super chat as well. Thank you to everybody that's been involved in the stream, and thanks for all the super chats. You guys are just amazing. So let's focus in on her question and say, if Morgan kills Jared, which I'm pretty sure it will be Morgan that kills Jared, how do you think he will kill Jared? I think the scene is going to go down. Rumors are out there that it'll be kind of Rick and Morgan in a sort of badass goodbye scene toward the end. I think it's around 14. But evidently it's like a bar type of scene, and there are saviors there. So the word is it could be Jared. So if Morgan kills Jared, how would he kill him? Follow-up question. Is it possible that someone else beats him to it? And it's maybe Rick or someone that kills him and Morgan doesn't get that closure that he wants. That would be kind of tough for Morgan, I think, because really that's what he wants. Hippo says broken beer bottle. Bare hands. Bullet to the head. Shannon says feed Jared to the walkers. Scott says stab him through the... Man, you guys are vicious. But I do like that scene would have been a good scene. But I think if they're going to kill Jared, they're going to have to top it somehow. Deborah says Henry's kill. I don't know if Henry's involved in that scene. So I don't think it'll be Henry. I think Henry's kind of gotten it out of his system. At least for now. Well, Morgan got a savior. Henry got Gavin. I think Morgan will get Jared. And I don't think Henry's going to kill for a little while. I do think Henry's going to grow into the part, but I think Henry's going to have a little bit of a relapse. He's going to realize what he did. I mean, these kids are tough, but Henry's a youngster. So I think it is going to change him a little bit, and then we'll probably see in the future, we'll see Henry again. I'm going to tell you, reading some of these comments, I am so glad that we're not in a zombie apocalypse and that I'm anyone's enemy in here. Because, whew, you guys have got some diabolical stuff streaming up along the side. I will send holiday cards to everyone in the stream just to keep all you guys happy. All right, I'm going to go through my notes and see if there is any additional Morgan notes. Well, here's something, because the Morgan scene almost never happened. Did you notice that Morgan, although he was cool with some of his executions, he was careless, and he would have been shot if Carol would not have saved him. So, how many people think that Morgan wanted to die in that scene? Nicholas says maybe. Ultra Groove says yes. I kind of got that vibe that when you're that reckless, he could not have had that much confidence in Carol. I know when we look back on it, you can definitely say, okay, yeah, he knew Carol was around the corner. When you go out there and you're just, you know, she said, let it go, let it go. Donna, that's a great point. He's willing to go down with the ship. That's right. Sup Geek says, I don't die. Morgan does not die. And we do know he leaves the show, so we know he's not going to die, that he is going to go over to Fear. But, man, somebody brought it up a little bit earlier. They were talking about how many lives Rick has. A lot of these characters have a lot of lives. There's some saviors being mowed down. And there were a lot of times for Morgan to die last night. It just didn't happen. So we do focus on when it does happen and when one of our main characters leaves. But let's also be thankful that there's a lot of bad shooters in a zombie apocalypse, because some of those bullets, we're gonna have to do a video one day of how many close calls there were. I'm sure someone's done it, but we'll have to go back and count. All right, everybody, we are 30 minutes into this stream. No, Joey, no spoilers for next week's episode until later on in the week. So I do want to thank all of you guys for being here. Hopefully the sound has been loud and clear. I've gotten a lot of people message me today and say, hey, the last couple of streams, you can definitely tell a difference in the audio. We should be back on a good point with the streams. I'm pretty excited to do some stuff. As I talked about, you guys see a little spoiler shirt up there. There will be some things coming in the near future. We'll talk about some apparel. Some people have talked about winning prizes and also chances to buy some of the apparel. That is still in the works, but I wanted to test a couple pictures just to kind of get it up there so we can use that space for some super chatters, some ideas, some announcements, some birthdays, just a bunch of different things we can throw together. Of course, I want to say thanks to all the patrons that are out there. You guys just do a tremendous job of keeping this channel going. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here every single night. Just your participation, getting involved, liking these videos, sharing these videos, telling people about these videos. We've created just an amazing group of people. I didn't see Tommy here. Over on the left, you can see the moderators on duty, but if you guys could all just slap the like button for me as well. About half the people have slid the mouse over and hit the like button. If we get the other half to hit that too, get this thing up over 100 likes. That's kind of like my goal every time we do one of these. At least I feel better when we get it over 100 likes. So thank you so much. All the questions, everything, the involvement. Check out the comic book reads. If you've watched the comic book already, go back and listen to my version of it, because there's a lot of surprise in my voice because it's my first time going through it and I'm learning a lot from it. And you'll see a little bit more with some of the Walking Dead gameplay, No Man's Land, and also started back up A New Frontier. So I played it a little bit, but I only got to episode number 2. So I'm going to play that all the way through. So if you guys kind of catch me when I'm on, we may do some live streams with that or watch the playback of that as well. Thank you so much, everybody. If you guys are watching the playback, this is the closing credits. If you guys are still here, give me a quick 999, and we will wind this thing up, and I'll give you a quick shout-out. So I want to say thank you to Deja Vu, Wayne, Hired Help, what's up? Bradley Thompson, Emmy Desiree Bacon, Tommy Sweetass, Enforcer McCandless, Kel says Smile, Steph the Cuervo Queen Richardson, Brian Clayton in the house, OU Crawfish, Scott Kernan, Donna Swords, the Hippo in the house, Shannon M. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for all your comments, your participation. Awesome job to you as well. 1189 Paris, thank you. Stephen Miller. Epic Vids 8, Sandra Wiley, Nicholas Hodges, Castiel, HRH, Melinda Kettler, Guga Paz, Sarah is strange, but not to us, Sarah. You're very unstrange. 999 Gamer, thank you. Gene Atkins, Lenore Smith, Drama King, New York City, Tony Dawson, Garrett Farmer, thanks for being here. Valar, thank you as well. Maggie Bonacorda, Lonnie Grimes Girl, thank you so much. Terry Jones, Dylan Guest, Tommy V, Joey Price. Good seeing you again, Joey. Joni Tucker, thanks for being here. Petey Wheatstraw, thank you so much, Petey Wheatstraw. And, of course, Pete D. Got both Pete's in the house tonight. Pat Sanzone, thanks for being here. Northside Queen, thank you so much. Appreciate your super chat question and also your involvement. Zelda. Who else we got here? That one Pug. What's up, Pug? Thanks so much, Jake Turgeon. Appreciate you being here. T-Dog as well. And, hey, if you guys are not members, or if you're not members of the 909 Army Walking Dead page, sign up, get over there, leave some memes, and also participate in the poll that we have up there as well. Rial, what's up, Rial? Thank you, Brene. Appreciate you being here. You better believe it, Hippo. I'll give a shout out to every melon farmer in this fudging room. There you go. It's the best I can do in my comics. I have to keep it clean. Dave Doherty, thank you so much. Hey, absolutely. Hey, I love doing these streams because you guys are a part of them. Makes my job super fun. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If you guys are Daryl Dixon fans, you will definitely like our Facebook page because there's some hardcore Daryl Dixon people over there. I'll leave it at that. I didn't know they had Daryl Dixon seat wraps. Crazy stuff. Thanks so much, Deborah. Appreciate you being here. Michelle Wolf as well. It's a good point, Rial. I mean, we did... maybe he was connected to the Oceanside. I don't know. I don't ever think we'll get the backstory. We'll just be left to speculate. HRH, the next stream will be tomorrow night at 9:30. We pretty much stream every night at 9:30. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've been adding some Fridays as well. The only night that we stream that's not at 9:30 is on Sunday night, and that's when we do 8 o'clock countdown for The Walking Dead. But most other nights, Saturday is a no-go. You won't see me streaming on a Saturday night. And Fridays have been pretty active lately. Usually when Walking Dead season's going on, we do stream on Fridays. But if not, we usually make an announcement on the Facebook page. So if you don't get an announcement from the YouTube channel, that's a good place to check out as well. Don Machiavelli, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. A couple things, guys. If once this video goes live, then get over there, leave some comments. It's going to be live in about 10 or 15 minutes. And I'll do some videos from time to time and include your comments in another video. So it'll be your comment, people commenting on your comment. And it's like, where does all this end? You'll figure it out. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow night. And look for some gaming videos, some comic book videos, probably within the next 24 hours as well. Peace.